Good morning on this beautiful October day. It's going to be pretty seasonal, low to mid 70s. It is a little dry. We're going to warm up towards the end of the week, which I'm not entirely thrilled about, but there's nothing I can do about it. And it'll still be getting cool enough at night. This will be just a kind of a general overview, what's been going on, sort of video vlog. And I've shown you all the books that I've made here, but I'm not sure, did I show this last one? This last one I did with cyanotype. And is it going to focus? There we go. And negatives. I did, oh, maybe that other video. Maybe I did one. Anyway, this is with sponge sensitizer and old negatives. And this one is just going to be plain. I think I did do a video, right? And put it up, showed all the ones for the show. So I've got to get those out today. I did a lot of work in the garden yesterday. I'll show you that in a little bit. But first I'm going to come up to the kitchen and show you all my current... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. My current fermentation projects. Actually, first I have to, like I do in the morning, pour my tea water. Kind of got layers on this morning because I haven't turned the heat on in the house yet, so it's like in the low 60s, I guess, which feels a little chilly to me. It's not horrible, but it does feel a little chilly. So, my current fermentation projects, I might as well start right here. I've got a sourdough that I revived, and it is getting bubbly, which is good. And I have a sassafras soda, which took a couple days, but we're getting bubbles on top of this. Actually, it was quite bubbly this morning, and then I stirred it up, so there aren't as many that have accumulated. So that one I'll probably be putting in the bottle, in some bottles, like maybe later today or tomorrow. And then I had tomatillos from the garden. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with all these tomatillos, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to look online and see if anybody has ever brined tomatillos, and sure enough, they have. So those are halved tomatillos in the regular kind of brine that you would use for cucumbers. And there's a couple of red jalapeno strips in there, and some garlic and some cumin seeds. And then I had brine left over, and I thought, you know what? I really like little brined carrots. So I had a bunch of carrots, these multicolored carrots. And I put a few slices of ginger down at the bottom, and I put in some caraway seed with these, and I packed them so tightly that I purposely packed them really tightly so I wouldn't have to weigh them down. These ones, I found little rocks glasses that fit just right on top of them. And I may invest in some of those little glass discs that I've seen on Amazon that fit in wide mouth jars, because those are real handy just for real simple jar brining rather than using crocks. I have a crock for this one, and I have the sourdough in a crock right now. It doesn't have to be. What else do I have here? Oh, I probably showed you this before. I've got some shatavari tincture. I didn't grow the shatavari, but I use shatavari regularly, shatavari tincture. Matter of fact, I may have to top that off with some more vodka. And I've had these are from my homegrown elderberries, and I've had that going for a little while, so I probably should strain that soon. And I will take you out. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. So I did it in caustic painting, just an actual painting the other day, because I wanted to do something other than working with just my photo encaustics. Right now I'm doing the what did I call it? Let's see if I can get this to stand here. Right now it's the photo encaustics. I'm just doing the dipping. And in fact, when I was at Michael's yesterday, I found some shadow box kind of frames on sale, so I bought 2 of them to experiment with how it would be with putting the dipped encaustic pieces in a shadow box style frame. But this is an actual just encaustic painting that I did. The first coat was the first coat. I had limited amount of pigments right now, and I actually wanted a like black background to work on, but I didn't have black. I thought, how dark can I go? Oh, let me mix all these different pieces together and get a brown. So there's actually like a brown base that I had like 3 coats, and of course I fuse after every application. And then I did brush strokes of the very dark blue, and then obviously I've got varying red, orange, and yellow. And I did a little bit of accretion here. I really didn't want to have a huge amount of accretion on there. And then, so I accidentally splattered a little bit, and then I started thinking about just the sense of the circle and the energy of the circle, and I wasn't thinking so much about sun, like, you know, it wasn't that literal. It was just the energy of the circle, and I accidentally splattered a little bit, and that gave me the idea for the splatters, and more later. So that was the painting. I hope to do more and to try different things. I have to pull out my books on encaustic painting. Mostly I wanted something to sort of loosen myself up creatively, so I wanted to try something new. And yeah, it's just really fun working with the wax. Although I still have all my other photo encaustics I'm still working with. And my cyanotype class on Saturday was really good at the nursery. I had nine folks that came. There were supposed to be 8, but there was 9, but it was fine. An hour wasn't nearly enough time to let everyone play with the process, but it was a good introduction, and I'm thinking that I will do a class at home that will cover more aspects of cyanotype. But I enjoyed it, and I think everybody else enjoyed it too. So I'll show you the garden that I worked on yesterday. Got some pansies, put some pansies in the pots here to fill those out. There's my nasturtium growing up on my pumpkins. Skeleton. I was cutting back the jewel weed because it's about done. And I think I'm going to have to start looking to see when the Jerusalem artichoke tubers will be ready to dig up. Out here I'm just, continuing to let all this comfrey grow here to break up the soil and enrich the soil. It's on my tomatillo plants there. That's where I picked the tomatillos for the brining. And a lot of this you can see I've been cutting back. Some new things have been coming up on their own. Oh look, it's another little tiny bitter melon here. I'm not really doing anything with those. Oh, look at that guy on there. What are you doing on there, you silly thing? All this pineapple sage is blooming. I think I did a little video the other day, didn't I? When I had been working out here just with my phone. Just cutting back some of these guys here. I'm glad that this rosemary is finally putting out some good growth this year. Here's my clean driveway for now. This fig did really well this year. It put out some good growth. I'm very pleased with that because I thought it was like dead. And a couple more. This one actually has a little tiny fig on it. Tomatoes I still have growing. I'm picking a few. I think the deer are eating the tomato plants, which is really funny. I didn't think they'd do that. There's another one of my tomatillos. So out here, I've just been I've been leaving a lot of the zinnias just because the pollinators like them and they're still blooming, even though they look a little shabby. Those guys look good. My fennel here keeps blooming and the pollinators like this. I don't know where the swallowtail caterpillars went. That's where I've been cutting and just doing chop and drop, and I'm going to get mushroom compost and I'm gonna get a couple cubic yards of mushroom compost and just put a layer down in a little while, and then get buckwheat seed and plant some buckwheat before it gets cold. But I've been putting in pansies here and there, and I got some more flat leaf parsley. Well, that's pretty. Look at that. The white and the red right there. That's kind of pretty. And those orange sunflowers, Mexican sunflowers, they just keep producing and producing. Got some lavender blooming right now too. There's some more pansies that I put in. And this is a volunteer cucumber that I'm actually getting cucumbers from. I have no idea how it got on this side, and I'm letting it grow up on what was left from the sunflower stalks that I cut back. This is my Sweet Annie. I guess those are the blossoms on it. And all the nasturtiums that seem to like this cooler weather. This is, it's not looking real great in here right now, but there's little weeds that are coming up. Some Angelica, Ashitaba. These are doing better now. These are kind of taking off, this Ashitaba, so I'm happy with that. And let's see. I think I have a lot of little. I'm pretty sure that these are poppies, although I'm not positive. I had a lot of poppies that I was casting the seed everywhere. Tansy. But here's the dogwood. That's the only one that's really changing very much. This oak is dropping little leaves here and there. You know what I was hoping? I was thinking it would be really cool to get like a witch on a broom and hang it from there, but I don't know how to do that. And I don't want to spend a ton of money on it, but it'd be fun to hang something there for Halloween decoration. But that probably takes more skill and resources than I seem to have. I had some of my chard yesterday. I cooked it. And I think I showed these two. I don't remember what videos I'm showing things in, which is kind of sad. But these are the hibiscus that will be blooming. Hopefully they'll bloom sometime this week when we get warm weather. And they've got a lot of buds on it, so it's not going to get cold anytime soon. So it's got like a month, I think, before we hit anything that's even remotely freezing. So those two hibiscus will have a chance to bloom, and I'm looking forward to that. And then in this climate, they're just annuals, so they'll probably die back in the winter. And here's the eggplant that just keep going. I cut back the okra that was back here. I have a little bit of, I'm surprised, that's arugula. It hasn't gone to seed. And you know, it's funny with these tomatoes. I'm still getting little ones from here, and check it out, they're still blooming. They just keep growing and growing, even though like the centers look kind of yucky. They still keep growing from the edges. It's kind of amazing. And this is where the cucumbers were cut back, and the squash, and the beans, even though some of the beans are coming up from what was left in there. That's wormwood. There's some yarrow in there. And these guys keep giving me some peppers, so I keep leaving them in. What else do we have back here? This is my goji, which is getting little buds on it, which it seems strange that it's doing that now. I have another goji over here too. And once these big sunflowers are out, it'll have more of a chance. I'm not going to plant anything so close to it next year. I want to give it more of a chance to grow. So everything's, you know, everything's definitely transitioning. Some of the stuff is looking a little tired. Some of my mint is blooming. Mint blossoms. But I think when I compare, the rhubarb's gotten a little extra little burst of energy. When I compare my garden year by year with the videos and pictures I've done from previous years, I have to say that it does look like it's doing better. Even my lawn looks better, even though a lot of that's weeds in there. But even that looks like way better than it did last year. So I think that's everything that I wanted to touch on in this video. I wanted to show you the new piece of artwork, the little ones that are going out, my fermentation experiments. I'm really excited about that sassafras soda. That should be good. We're going to have a dojo party here next week, a week from Thursday, and I hope to, well, I won't have enough of that for everyone, but I want at least my sensei to be able to taste it. So, that's it for now. I've had other thoughts that I've been just working with as far as settling down into life and being productive and being satisfied. And of course, current events and world events and everything, it can make that difficult too. But yeah, there's good stuff coming up. I've got the dojo party. And then I want to, oh yeah, I'm going to go see my friend Annie in Delaware after the dojo party. So I'm going to be doing that in a few weeks, take a little road trip. And then I want to set up an art show and sale and party, mostly a party, here to just kind of clear out a lot of my artwork so that I feel fresh to make new stuff. And then I'll be getting ready for Thanksgiving, when my daughter and son-in-law are going to come, and Matt, my ex, is going to come, and we should have a nice Thanksgiving together. And then I'm going to go to California for my mom's 100th birthday in December, and then it'll be the holidays, and oh my God, there will have been another year. So, so that's it for now. Talk to you another time. Bye.